Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a while, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry about the delay in posting. Lately there's been a little bit of a break. I've had a lot of going on outside of YouTube. I've taken on kind of a new role at my firm. So work has been I've been working a lot. And I guess my mental, I've been kind of tired mentally. And I just didn't have the motivation or the energy to produce a video to the quality standard that I normally prefer to produce. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna take a break, regroup, rest a little bit, and then, it'll all still be here when I get back. But I'm back now, and I finally got the new wheels and sticky tires set up on the Camaro SS, and I'm going to show you that right now. We'll get right into it. We'll reveal the wheels and tires, what they look like, and then I'll come back and tell you all about them, why I chose them, tell you the specs, and talk to you about, what I hope to get out of them, all that good stuff. And, if you're new to the channel, and you like this type of content, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, because, I'm going to be doing more stuff with this car, as well as my C10. But I'm not going to keep you any longer. Here's the review right now. Alright guys, so there it was. That's a little taste of what it looks like now. Now I'll cut to the specs of these wheels and tires and talk about why I chose them. Alright, so obviously these are 20-inch wheels. If you're familiar with Camaro, you probably recognize these. These are the Z28 Replica wheels. And these are the MRR brand. See? The front are 9-inch, 20 by 9 inch, and then I went for the 20 by 10s in the rear. I probably should have gotten the 20 by 11s, but the reason I did get the 10s, I got these from FaceTech, and when I got them, they were actually on sale, and FaceTech only sells them in a set of 4, and you could either get 20 by 9 in the front, 20 by 10 in the rear, or 20 by 11 in the back, 20 by 10 in the front. I wanted 20 by 9 in the front so I could run a more narrow tire in the front, and I thought, well, I can still run at least a 305 on the back, so I went ahead and got the 20 by 10. in the back, 20x9 in the front. I probably should have gone out and got the 20x11s and the 2010s and just went ahead and run it a little wider in the front, because the 20x11s would have allowed these tires that I've got to stretch out flatter, a bit more flat. But anyway, I think it's still good. But anyway, I know you're probably wondering about the tires. These are actually drag radials. They are the Nitto NT555R. I don't know how well you can see that. It's kind of dirty. It says it right there. They're called Extreme Drag. Anyway, they are a drag radial, but as you can see, they've got quite a bit of tread. But they are made of the softer compound, you know, like a drag radial. Well, they are a drag radial. So when they're heated up, they still become, you know, extra sticky. And I've read a lot of good reviews about them. They're supposed to really hook up really well, but they're also supposed to be really street friendly and get relatively, you know, long lifespan on them. The size on these are 305, 35, 20, and as you can see, they are pretty thick. Not a lot of space up there. They get pretty close, and which I like. I think it looks good. This is a well-known fact that a tire this size will rub on these cars on the driver's side, in the rear, in one specific spot up close to the front here, on the driver's side, not this side. But there's a wire, like a harness, comes down underneath the liner, and it will rub, so you actually need to relocate it, and I actually did that. I've got another video about that coming out. Just know that these will rub if you don't do that. And, you know, they are wide, but they don't stick out too bad. Still probably should have gotten the rock guards, and I probably still will. I just kind of prefer the look without them, but I'll probably still go ahead and get them. Oh yeah, while we're back here, I also got some tint for these. I got it on sale, also from FaceTech. I'm gonna put that on pretty soon. It may not look good, but it was really inexpensive, so I'm gonna try doing that first. If it doesn't look good, then I'll take it off and, you know, actually get the color, the black ones to replace here. But keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I mean, they look good. You know, I actually prefer the smaller wheel and fatter tire look, like the 17s, you know, with a fatter tire. But I'm about to get to why I didn't ultimately go with that setup, and why I chose the 20s instead. But yeah, I love these Z28 replicas. I've always liked them, and look, see if you guys agree with this. When I look at these, depending on which angle I'm looking at them, they look like one of those pictures, I forgot what they're called. You know, they used to be on cereal boxes and stuff or whatever. It's like, when you look at it for a while, it turns into something else. When you look at these at a certain angle, I see them as, you know, little spokes coming up and then turning into a Y or a V on each individual, you know, spoke. But then if you look at it for a while from a different angle, like the rear back there right now, to me, I see like a star pattern, I guess you would say. And it's like this whole area, this area, and that. I don't see these individual things. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but for a long time, I actually thought these were two different types of wheels. I kept seeing the Z28 replicas on websites or whatever, and I would see them from different angles, and I thought that they were two different patterns. And then I realized it's just the angle from which you're looking that they look different. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments if you experience that as well. Alright, so now for the reasoning as to why I got this specific wheel and tire setup. So my ultimate goal was to get a set of wheels and tires that I could use both on the street and at the drag strip that would, give me at least reasonable amount of tread life on the street and also hook up decently well at the drag strip. So that is, I wanted some tires that I could leave on the car all the time. I didn't want to have to switch them out for once I got to the track or whatever. Switch them over to the drag radial. I didn't want to have two sets of wheels. I wanted to just run one set of wheel all the time that I could use as a multi-purpose wheel and tire setup. And I know that's not completely practical. You're gonna have to make some compromises here and there, but I did tons of research, and I think this is at least the best option for that goal. But I did have to make some sacrifices. This is not actually my preferred wheel and tire setup in terms of look. I actually prefer the smaller wheel diameter with a fatter, a taller sidewall tire. Give it that old school drag car look. If I could, I would go with a 15-inch wheel with a really fat, tall sidewall. But these cars, the stock brakes, the smallest wheel you can go is a 17. So in order to get anything smaller than a 17-inch wheel, you have to do you have to change some things on the brakes to call it a 15-inch conversion kit. And I didn't want to do that right now, because I really don't need that much sidewall. I just like the looks of it. So I didn't want to mess with that right now. So I did tons of research. I looked all over the place trying to find a 17-inch tire that was tall enough and that would last, had decent tread wear. And after doing lots of research, I found out that based on my research, that these Nitto 555R are arguably the best out there for that dual goal. I'm reading 10 to 15,000, depending on how you drive, and how much track time they see, and they're supposed to be pretty good on the drag strip as well. So I decided that's what I was going to go for. Gonna give them a try, and now I had to figure out what size I wanted or I needed, and that's where the problems started coming up. Oddly to me, Nitto, these tires, they make really strange tire sizes for these tires. For a 17-inch, it's like 26-inch tall tire, which is a really low profile tire for a 17-inch wheel. So I definitely didn't want that. First of all, it would defeat my goal. I wanted that smaller wheel, taller sidewall look. So that wasn't gonna work. So I racked my brain trying to come up with another combination in the 17-inch wheel, taller, fatter sidewall. Couldn't come up with it because there is no other comparable tire to the NT555Rs, that are supposed to give you decent tread wear and pretty good performance on the track. Or there is no other drag radial, like that I could find. So, determined to still maintain that look, I had decided that I might just try going for an 18-inch wheel with the Nitto NT555Rs with the Nitto tires, because Nitto, they do make a tire in an 18-inch size that is 28 inches tall. They wouldn't have as tall of a sidewall, but it would still be better, more sidewall than a 20-inch setup. So I had pretty much decided that's what I was gonna do until I got thinking about it, and I thought, well, you know, these wheels, I was gonna get some weld wheels or some Dragstar wheels, and you know, if you've ever priced those, they are extremely expensive. And I thought, you know, 18-inch wheel is kind of hard to find tires for. What if I don't like the Nittos? What if I decide I want to run a street tire? You know, it's pretty hard to get a wide 18-inch street tire. There's not much to choose from. It was just too limited. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get some 20-inch wheels because Nitto does make a NT555R 20 and a 28-inch tall 20-inch tire. And I've always loved the Z28 Replica wheels, so I just decided to go for that. But of course, like anything, it comes with its own obstacles as well. First of all, like I mentioned before, they do rub. These are, again, this is kind of a strange tire size. It's a 305 3520, which is a pretty thick sidewall for a 20-inch wheel, you know, for a car especially. So they're pretty thick, which I like the looks of it. And like I said, it will rub on the driver's side in that one spot. You have to go in there and relocate that harness, which I did, and so hopefully, you know, I don't have to worry about it. So rubbing is one issue, which, like I said, that's easy to remedy. These cars have, you know, the StabiliTrak feature, and if you don't match the front wheel or front tire overall height really closely to the rear tire height, you're gonna mess that up, and you'll get a warning light, and it may not even work. Like I've seen people talk about it on forums, and even another YouTuber, you may be familiar with him. His name is Motorfire. He's got a 2017 Camaro SS. It's an awesome looking car, and shout out to him because he actually his video kind of helped me identify this potential problem, and he had put on a set of 305 35 20, and he also has the same wheels. Anyway, he didn't match the front overall height to the back, and he got a warning light for the StabiliTrak. I've read, you know, that it will even, if it's too far off, it'll, like when you start driving, it will, you can lose power steering, power brakes. It's bad. You don't want that to happen. I've read that it's like 3% of the same. Any more than that, it'll give you that problem. So this caused a little bit of a dilemma for me because I wanted the narrowest front tire I could get. Kind of hard to get the height you want and the width you want. I finally figured out that a 255 40 20 was about exactly what I needed, and that's a good tire size width for a 9-inch wheel. You know, anything less than that is probably a little bit too narrow. So that's what I ultimately went with. They are a little bit hard to find. There's not much to choose from in that size. Yeah, I think it's all worked out. I'm gonna take it to the track soon, see what kind of gains we can get. So, you know, let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you know of any other tire that's kind of like this that are good, you know, will last a decent amount of time for a soft, sticky tire, you know, a drag radial. That does come in like a, you know, a taller 28-inch tire for a 17-inch wheel. Oh yeah, and I wanted to say to myself, this is a note to myself, okay? Self, you put these tires on at about 3,500 miles on the car. So remember that, so you'll know how many miles you get out of the treadwear, okay? Anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. You want to support the channel. Also check out my merch. The link to that is in the description. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button, and I'll leave some more videos here on the screen somewhere. Check those out. and keep an eye out because I'm going to be taking the car back to the track. Test these tires out, and I've also got a new upgrade coming for the C10 pretty soon, and some other shenanigans with that. So keep an eye out for all that, and I will see you in the next one.